Hi and welcome to this video on Facebook Marketplace. Now, Marketplace is a great way to sell any item that you have no longer need for and you want to put out there at a fairly cheap price. Now, the good thing about Facebook Marketplace is that it links you to all of the surrounding Facebook pages that have been set up to sell within areas around you. And I like it because it identifies where you're located, what Facebook pages are there, and whether you've joined or not. It enables you to tag up to 10 of those places, and what it does is once you've ticked the Facebook page, it sends a request off on your behalf to the admin of the page, and then once the admin approves your post, then it's up there. And I think it's really cool. So what I've done is I've posted a TV, a Kogan 28-inch TV, and it's a high-def TV, it's not full HD, and it has a built-in DVD player. Now, I purchased this yesterday from someone else on Marketplace, and it actually doesn't suit my need. And the thing is, when you go and buy goods off other people online, you always say that it's sold pending inspection. But it's always hard when you go and pick up an item to say no, because you've made the effort to travel, in this case 40 minutes to this place just to look at a product. Now this was $90 I purchased it for. Now, I probably in hindsight shouldn't have bought it, but I thought, look, I'm there, it seemed to work, and I thought it'd be a good fit for purpose for my daughter at the time. I don't want a big TV for a room, I want something that has a good stand, and I thought I'd purchase it. But it turns out now that I actually want to get a better TV. So what I've done is I've taken the picture of the ad that I purchased and I've put it into an ad for myself. I've given it a description and I've given it a price. Now the thing about these sites are, it can be used for people who steal equipment from other people and then they want to get rid of it quickly. And in previous podcasts and videos I've talked about this, and you've got to be really careful. And it's important to actually check out profiles, Facebook profiles of people that you're looking at buying things off. And there are some indicators as to whether something might be hot or not. There's certain areas like Logan Lee, Springfield, Deception Bay, even Caboolture and Murrayfield, they're lower socio-demographic areas, and if you see a really good mountain bike going really cheap, a mountain bike that you know sells for about $1,000 and it's selling for about $150, and you see people put comments on like, I got it for a birthday present, or I no longer ride it, or it's been ridden a couple of times, you know you've got to look at that with some suspicion. So in the case of this TV, I've posted this and I posted it to a number of sites, and I did this on my mobile, and I've got a video that you can watch that shows you screenshot by screenshot and how to do that. So it's a good ad, and I got this in my notifications. If I just click on notifications here, I've got a notification from Emily Brearley, and I got this on my mobile actually, and now I'm on my laptop and I'm having a look at it, and she has posted, any chance you got this off a mate? I had mine and the remote stolen from my exes not long ago. Now, to me that's inappropriate to write a comment on a post like this. You really should private message someone and ask the question. But I've said no, because that's not the case at all. And then she's read it and she said, okay, sorry. So I'm going to respond to this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in. That's okay, sorry to hear about your TV getting stolen. This is my daughter's TV and we've upgraded, so selling this one, do you want to buy it? Now, she probably doesn't, but I'm going to put it out there anyway because I'm trying to sell it. So let's press enter and we'll put that comment on. Now, I could have just deleted this by just pressing, well, I can't actually delete it. I'd have to actually delete my post, and I don't really want to do that. But if I hide this, it's just going to hide it from my view. It's actually not going to hide it from the post, and that's not what I want to do. So I can actually delete my comments, but I can't actually delete hers, which is annoying. So I could actually click on her name and I could select message and I could write, hi, sorry to hear about your TV getting stolen. Would you be able to remove your comment from my sale item, as I can't do that? I can only hide it. This is my daughter's TV and I'm selling on her behalf. Probably would have been better to private message me that question, as it throws into doubt the integrity of my post. Cheers. So I've messaged her to her private account. Now it's actually set up a I think it's set up a group just for me and her. So let's check that out. So we go to messages and we've got that here. Okay. Now if I click on Kogan, let's see if that actually has come up into here. No, it's just the one that I put on. So that's actually a private message. So I could leave it here or I could delete it. But to delete the post, I don't really want to do that. So that's why I put this response here so people can see, no, it's not stolen, it's my daughter's, and I'm sorry to hear yours was stolen, and that actually builds integrity back into my post. Now if I want to, I could change the price on this. I could reduce it, and all I need to do is I need to just click on this chevron here and I could select edit post and I could just change the price pretty easy, and I could make it 109 and I click save, and you can see here now it says 129 reduced to 109. Now I don't actually like doing that. I actually like to have people negotiate with me, because it actually takes away my negotiation ability by reducing the total price, and that's not what I want to do anyway. So I could just go back up here if I want to, click edit post, and I could put it back to 129, and I could click save, and you can see that it actually removes that. Now anyone could click on here and they could select view edit history, and it's probably going to have a number of changes, 3 edits. So 129 to 109 to 129 to 109 back to 129. And that's not what we want it as well, because people can see edit and they'll go, well, what's going on? So what I could do is I could highlight all of this, copy, right click and copy. I could save this picture, save image as, just save to my desktop. I'll just say Kogan TV pic. Click save. It's actually downloaded there, that's cool. So I'm just going to close that. Because I can only hide hers, I could click on here and I could select delete post. And I might do that. So if I click delete post, then that's not going to be there anymore. And what's actually going to happen is if I click on my notifications and I go back to here, that should now no longer be there. This post has been removed or cannot be loaded. There you go. So that's what we've done. So I could now click on options and I could click delete conversation and click delete conversation there as well. And if I go to messages, now that is no longer there. And that won't disappear from there unless I click on here and I could click hide notification. So now what I need to do is I now need to repost this. So all I need to do from that is click on home and I go to marketplace. Wait for that to load. And I could click up here and select sell something. So what are you selling? I'm selling a Kogan, and I can, instead of typing it all in, I could just Control V, but that's the description, right? So let's not do that. So I'll just type it in, Kogan 28-inch TV, we'll go HD TV with inbuilt DVD player. Price $129. Narangba. Select the category. We want to go, let's have a look. Appliances, electronics computers, probably electronics computers I think. And now I can control V and I could add a photo, and that's this one. So when I'm happy with that, all I need to do is click post. So let's check out how the TV is going that I've got on Marketplace in Facebook. So if I click on Marketplace, I can then go to selling. And you can see here that I've got the TV still for sale. I've certainly got 2 people who I've had conversations with, and LM Black has said they don't want it. So I'm waiting on Rosie to respond back to my request to give me an answer as to whether she wants it. So clicking on messages and selecting her message here that I've been in correspondence with her with, I have seen that she hasn't seen this message as yet. So maybe she's waiting for her partner to come home from work to discuss. But what if I want to now take this off the market? I don't want to sell this anymore. All I need to do is click manage and delete item. It says, are you sure you want to delete this post? Let's click OK and see what happens. So that has now gone. Now if I go to messages, I've still got the message here with Rosie. That's still there. Click on it again. I've still got the correspondence I've had with that person, and also with Rosie via the actual post in one of the selling groups. Now, I don't know which selling group that she's looked at in order to see that I've had this for sale, and I still don't know which selling group this person has looked at either. So let's try and work out what we're going to do from here. And what I mean by that is, does it delete it from all the selling groups that I selected when I initially posted this item for sale? So I could, for example, from here, because she's no longer interested, I could delete this conversation. Once you delete a copy of your conversation, it can't be undone, so I'll just delete it. So she'll have a copy of that in her messages, I just haven't got it in mine. Now with this one, I might say I could start a plan, I could delete a conversation, I could mute the conversation. So if I delete this conversation, again, my part of the conversation has now been deleted, which leaves one left. So you can see how they've disappeared from this list. So if I click back on here, this is the initial conversation that I had with Rosie, who was a potential buyer, around the TV being sold. Now I could leave this conversation. It says I'll stop receiving messages from this conversation and people will see that I've left. So she'll see that I've left. But it will still be there on her side, but it's just not in my list. So again, she'll have 2 conversations in her messenger. I haven't got any. Now if I click on home and I scroll down, you can see here that I've got a number of selling sites that I've subscribed to. And let's see if my picture is in here. Now each page has been set up different, depends on how the administrators set them up. So I could just scroll through to see if I can find it. That's one way. Now it's been up there for a couple of days, so there's probably been a number of posts that have been put on since. So that's going to be a laborious way to do it. Let's scroll up. We can see photos here. We can actually see my items. There you go, your items. So it's now listed. So posted to 7 places. So let's see what those 7 places are. Now we're able to see what the 7 places are I have posted my item to. So North Lakes, Rothwell, Deception Bay, Narangba, Dakaban Online Sales, Murrayfield Buy and Sell. So this is Murrayfield Buy and Sell. Now, let's click on more. Let's delete post. Murrayfield Buy and Sell. We're about to delete this post. So that's gone. There you go. Post to 7 places. Murrayfield Buy and Sell is there. Let's see if I click on there. This post has been removed and could not be loaded. Okay, so let's click on your item again. There you go, I haven't got any in array field buy and sell, and therefore it's lost the link to the other sites. So now if I go to Kombucha Online, and then I could click your items, there you go, I've actually got this in Kombucha Online. Now it's 6 places. Let's click on, yep, array field buy and sell is no longer there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So is this the same post? It's interesting. I click here, I could delete post. You're about to delete this post. Now I'm not going to do that yet. What I actually want to do is I want to click on there and see if I got any likes or comments. No, I haven't. So that means Rosie and the other person, Ellen Black, haven't seen this TV for sale on Kombucha Online and Garage Sale Surrounded, because the initial conversation I had with them would actually be here. Now, unless they're both looking across the same sites, they wouldn't have seen each other's comments because they looked at it on different sites. Now, why do I know that? The reason I know that is because I would have had multiple conversations on the one post, and I didn't have that. So let's delete this here. Delete post. Yep, I'm going to delete that. So my post is now gone. Items for sale. Now that's everyone's items, is it? Yes, it is. If I go back to your items, there's nothing there. So let's click on North Lakes and Rothwell, etc. So I could go to your items. Now it's down to 5 places, and I click on here, and that place is now gone. So you can see what's happening here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe it's the other ones. So I'm going to delete this post. Actually, before I do, let's click on here. No, in fact, let's go back to, let's just go back. We'll click back there. And let's have a look at each one of these to see whether we've got any comments. No. So we'll go back down to this one. No. So I got 1 like. So Susan Robinson likes that, but her like isn't on the other ones. So I'll select this top one, for example. Have we got Susan Robinson? No, we haven't. See, if I actually like that myself, and then I scroll and I go back here, and I come down to where Susan Robinson had, let's actually click on the ad. You can see that my like doesn't appear here. And that goes to show that the ads that are across the different sell sites, they don't synchronize the comments or the likes that are done on any one of the sites. And that's the downfall of Marketplace, unfortunately. So unless everyone's looking at the one site, and that's where you got problems where people say, I was in line first, I commented first. And that's why when I communicate with people and they say I've sold to someone else, now I say, can you give me proof that that person messaged you or sent you a text or whatever they did, that they provided communication to you, what date, what time, and was it before me? Because you've got people on different sites saying they're first in line, saying they've sold it, or even if you're bidding or you're trying to negotiate a price. And this is where it can get unethical with regards to the buying and selling across multiple sites. I love the fact that Marketplace links all the sell sites. I just don't like the fact that it doesn't synchronize the comments and likes. So I've still got my post up on some sites, and I could just keep deleting them. So we're down to 5 places. I'm going to delete. Now there's no way of deleting all together in one hit, unfortunately. You're going to have to go to each site. Right, now I actually don't have that on any of these sites at all. Let's see here. Is it your items? No. So I don't have any items for sale. Even if I just try here, for example. No items for sale. So what I want to do is I want to click home and I want to go back up the marketplace. And I want to see by clicking on selling whether I have any items. There you go, no items for sale. So the TV has now officially been removed from marketplace, and it's been removed from all of the sites that I had put it on initially, which is a maximum of 10. So I've decided I want to keep my TV. My daughter says she wants to keep it, so I'll put it back in the room. So the two people who were interested, one said they weren't, maybe they were bluffing, maybe they weren't. The other person was going to speak to the partner. When they come back, they're not going to see the ad available at all. If they click in their notifications, any of the comments that I've put up, well, I've deleted my copy. They're going to still have their copy of theirs. So unless they delete theirs, then they can still see it. Now, if they message me, it will come through with a message. Whether it's got the history, it probably won't because I've deleted mine. But continuing on from a conversation with theirs, so actually be interesting to see. But they will not find the ad anymore. So I might get a message saying, is it still for sale? And I'll say, no, it's not. Not unless you want to offer me $150. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.